Oh, do I wipe off the menu? What would I gain by doing that?
How do you wipe nothing away?
I don't know. Oh. Oh.
Hello?
Okay.
I think I'll
Okay.
Okay. A shelf. There are things... Those have to be the dough. A wash bucket. A high performance... The seal is in really bad... I'll wet the sealing rubbers.
I don't know why I'm doing this, but okay.
Close the freezer now. The water will freeze and will be... If I close the freezer now... If I close the freezer...
Oh, you'd rather leave it. Okay.
A wash bucket. There are things like coffee.
Okay, I'm just gonna
I'm only
leave.
just out on bail. I can't just march on this. I'm only just out on bail.
Oh, so I have to like... Am I gonna climb out?
There are things like coffee.
Okay, Oh.
I'll put the box of donuts in a nice visit.
That's evil.
Farewell. Now that ought to slow down the inspector. The lids? Now that ought to slow down.
Another one of these flat days today. Could really do with someone with me.
Edward could come along at any time. Better if we wait till this evening.
Sod Edward. Give me a couple of donuts at least.
Yeah, sure. I'll get you some. Conrad, your donuts seem to have ended up in the freezer.
Yeah? Can't you boil them in the oven for a bit?
The problem is, the lid's frozen solid.
Ah, I get it. You want me to help you warm up your frozen chest?
Ugh.
I think those two are gonna be busy for a while.
I've never been so grateful that they
Constable's out.
are banging. Ah.
Can I ask you something briefly?
Hmm?
Do you believe I set fire to the castle?
Well, Mr. Michaels, you claim to be Samuel Gordon's son, and you were at the scene of the crime with a smoldering torch in your hand.
I had that to defend myself with.
Against the mysterious secret order that nobody knows about and nobody's seen.
I mean,
It's
that's
mentioned
fair.
in the Gordon Chronicles.
500 years ago.
Forget it.
And then there was the thing with poor Miss Valley, right? We found your tracks at the scene of the crime.
I told you, forget it. Spooner, your inspector, is he always so nice?
I don't know. He was in the homicide department in London until half a year ago. Then, he got redeployed here as a punishment.
That explains a lot.
Since then, he's tried everything to get back out of here. He locks people up for the smallest of misdemeanors. Good for the statistics, you see.
And you can't do anything about it.
What does a bear do about the winter? He rows himself up and sleeps until the spring comes.
You shouldn't let...
Can you make a copy of my file and
See, that's the whole few bad apples argument.
Didn't he get one ages ago?
He wants to have the current version for the embassy.
Not possible.
Something wrong?
I'd forgotten. The copier gave up the ghost a few weeks back, but there's a new one on order.
Are you being serious?
It's not so bad. I've so little to do here, I could type up most of the documents.
I understand. So, would you be so kind as to type my file?
No.
And what if I fix that thing?
All right then, you go and see what you can do with it.
I will.
How long are you gonna look for Angelina?
She'll be deemed missing until we find her.
Even if she's long since dead?
We haven't found a body yet, Mr. Michaels.
Well, it's in a portal in hell or something.
How involved were you in the investigation of my case?
I searched the sewer system and the bunker.
And you didn't find any clues?
No.
That just can't be true.
It's bloody dark down there, Mr. Michaels, and full of rats. Not for the faint-hearted.
Or
Is
you could
there
bring a
anything on the
flashlight
kidnapping?
and do your
Have you
job?
spoken to Tom, Bobby, or the kid in Wales?
According to the statement, Tom was at Alton Towers with Bobby at the time.
And you don't find it a little bit strange that those two went to a theme park?
The only strange thing was that Bobby was in hospital for 2 days afterwards with concussion. But we've got a medical certificate.
Oh
that
man, I
proves
gave
that.
him a concussion.
And what if Tom was lying?
We can't prove it. He had 2 tickets for the theme park and the paperwork from the hospital.
Damn. And the boy?
There's no one called Van Helsing in Wales.
Goodbye, Constable.
Oh my god. You gave the name as Van Helsing. Oh. You're so
It
stupid.
can't be that difficult to fix a copia. I studied it once. Well, kind of. What if we got here? The fuse is blown. Switch to turn it on, and you press the green button to copy. If I twist and connect the wires that work, it should be able to copy again.
Oh. Oh, okay. So, like, remove these? Because, like, these are fried. What am I trying to get to? No, maybe that needs to be a thing. What am I doing? What am I doing? What?
That should do it.
Did that do it?
Can I ask you something briefly?
Hmm?
The copy is working again.
Hmm?
Now, can you copy my file?
Sure. Then I'll send the copy to your lawyer.
Hmm?
The copy of your file?
Then I can send it myself.
The inspector insists that no files can leave the building without authorization.
I see.
Hmm.
Damn. Constable,
Mm-hmm.
when does the mail go? My lawyer needs the file as soon as possible.
I'll post it later on. It ought to be collected this afternoon.
Thanks. Goodbye, Constable.
Hmm.
Do I... What? Oh,
It's
okay.
just the right size. It'll go straight on top of the mail bag so that when the constable posts the letter, I can easily pull it out again.
That's why that was interactable. Wait, are there birds at that table?
It worked.
Yep, just read it right outside the police station. It's a really good idea.
Let's see what's in here. Friday afternoon, 12:30. Oh, they must have discovered the body then. The time of death for Miss Valley was the previous evening, Thursday, between 10 and midnight. Cause of death, burned alive after a blow to the back of the head. Grim. Witness interviews. Let's see. Not important. Saw nothing. He continues. Friday, 1837. Emergency services called out. At that time, I was in the ruins of the old academy with Angelina, Lewis, and my mother. Then, Saturday, 12:06 a.m. Fire under control. At that time, I was running from the ruins in the direction of the castle. 3 bodies were retrieved. Lady Eleanor Gordon, Edward Bartholomew Bates, the butler, and Sally Wood, the cook. 1 survivor, Lady Victoria Gordon, suffering from severe smoke inhalation. Also on Saturday morning, 12:12 a.m., Darren Michaels arrested on suspicion of arson and murder of Miss Valley. Witness interviews on the subject unproductive, and Lady Victoria Gordon could not as yet be questioned. She remains in shock. After a 2-week period of hospitalization, was discharged of her own wishes to continue medical supervision at home. Hey, it says here that Murray can't remember having seen me in the hotel on Thursday evening. That can't be right. That was exactly when he threw me out of the hotel. Oh, the rat was lying. Just wait. Evidence still insufficient to charge, but strongly suspected of crime. Current state of the investigation. Darren Michaels' conduct, as well as his contradictory testimony, is currently being examined for plausibility by the psychiatric expert, Dr. Joyce Winterbottom. Here's a note to Constable Zach. If he's diagnosed as nuts, will he have to be remanded in a loony bin? Possible murder weapon, a torch, still smoldering, which was in Darren Michaels' possession when apprehended, is undergoing forensic examination. Deportation to USA not possible. Release of the suspect on bail on direction of the court. Dr. Winterbottom authorized as prime supervisory agent and point of referral. Good, and I've got 2 new goals already. Visit Victoria and see how she's doing, and let Murray know what I think. I'll write in the file so I don't forget. There are enough empty pages. I can stash the remains of my diary away with it as well.
So I need to have a chat with some people. It seems.
A barrel.
I still want to know what the barrel's for. Wait, where do I want to go? To the woods or the hotel? I kind of want to go to the... I mean, I do want to go to the hotel. I should probably go to the hotel first.
The cold pierces through your buttonholes and right down to your bones.
Road, path, gravel path. Okay. Actually, let's go to Murray first. I feel like the woods is going to be much more of a thing.
Murray stating his patriotism.
Oh, path is now an option.
Definitely not drinking water. Gordon's Palace.
Ah, Mr. Michaels! Welcome back to Gordon's Palace. We missed you here.
Did you?
How's that? The last time we saw each other was Thursday, 3 weeks ago, when you threw me out of the hotel.
Thrown out of the hotel? How did that happen then?
I don't know, maybe because I was defacing your property and being a general menace.
Really? Oh yes, there was something. Ah, well, please excuse me. I did overreact a little.
Also, who's your voice actor? I love it.
Mr. Michaels, I'm very happy to make things up with you. You'll also understand that I couldn't hold your reservation for such a long period. Unfortunately, your room is occupied at the moment. But you can have another, a bigger, nicer one for a small price, really. For such a room, a ridiculously tiny price.
You're just gonna try to profit off me.
Then please go right back to the police and tell them that you know exactly where I was on the evening that Miss Valley was murdered.
Was that the same day? Are you sure? Now, it may well have been. I don't pay much attention to that kind of thing. Why should I? It's really nothing to do with me.
You two-faced snake! I insist you march down to the inspector and tell him you want to change your statement.
Mr. Michaels, you're free. I don't understand your problem.
I'm not free.
Oh, my congratulations. I'm sure that wasn't cheap. However,
Because it's the right thing to do. You greedy jerk.
with things that don't concern me.
You can't be serious. Thanks to you, I've just spent the past 3 weeks sitting in a cell as an innocent man.
Mr. Michaels, I really am extremely sorry, but I can't fulfill your request. My own credibility would be on the line if I were to simply...
Oh my
change
god,
my
unless I give you
mind.
money.
Unless...
Unless what? Come on, spit it out and quit playing around, you pathetic little blackmailer. Otherwise, I promise you that the murder series will continue. Here and now.
No. Admittedly, I'd be the last one who's standing in your way. But a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do, isn't that so?
No, it's not.
All the same, I would like a photo of you. Nothing sensational. Maybe somewhere in the woods with a knife in your hand.
So they can send me straight into the madhouse. No way.
Okay, think about it. A watertight alibi for a tiny little amusing photo. It's not a bad exchange.
Yes, it is.
You are one nasty dirtbag, Murray. You know that?
I'll even give you a
I wouldn't
camera
mind
to
if
take it
Murray
with.
dies
One.
by the end of this. Ooh, thanks for a camera.
Does it still work using a lever?
It's a collector's piece. One of the first instant film cameras on the European market. An SX-70. And still in great condition, too. 15 years ago, a very well-groomed gentleman handed it over to me as a deposit in my pawn shop. He never picked it up again. So, you can say that I obtained it quite legitimately. And now, I entrust you with it. Pay attention, I'll tell you how it works.
That's okay. I'll work it out. If I choose to use it.
But that's not all. I've got another present for you. Here, a brand new rucksack.
Why would you give me a rucksack? Oh, God.
And free food and lodgings for as long as you wish, Mr. Michaels. Accept it as a peace offering and reparations for the trouble with the statement.
You really are a few cards short of a full deck.
I would want to just, like, move in and just fully live there for the rest of my life.
Wait,
Just be like, oh,
What do you want now?
free board? Well,
forget the woods.
I'ma cost you money.
Castle
I'ma make sure I
would
cost you
have
money.
much more impact. The photo, I mean.
And people think I'm crazy. Huh. Blackmare Castle in poster format. I wonder who would hang this kind of thing above their bed. This is information about all the attraction. The murder museum. The crime. Huh. What have we got here? A telephone. Murray. My favorite hotelier. A bowl of apples. The Willow Creek Telegraph. A big trolley for the masses of baggage the tourism. Hi, Murray.
Oh, the esteemed Mr. Michaels. What's on your mind?
I hate you.
Do you know the inspector, Mr. Spooner?
Oh, yes.
Two
I
peas in a
certainly
pod, you two.
do. He was here twice. Took half the hotel apart. A terribly inconsiderate fellow. But good for business, too. How often, as a tourist, do you have the chance to see this kind of an investigation firsthand? Unfortunately, he confiscated all of your and Miss Angelina's personal effects. Means I can only display replicas in the museum.
What bad luck. So, anything exciting happen?
You mean, apart from Miss Valley's murder and the castle burning down and 3 people losing their lives? Well, the fair's finished. In its place, we now have a new exhibition in the Willow Creek Museum of Modern Murder. It's opening in a few days. Oh, you should definitely see that. It's worth it.
Oh yeah. For you? Most definitely. This photo of me that you've pictured.
Only a small favor. A tiny exertion on your part. Nothing huge. You just have to smear yourself with a little blood and swing a knife about. In a scary sort of way, of course.
Well, naturally. Oh, and best naked under a full moon by the lighthouse, yeah?
You're the pro. I trust your aesthetic sense completely.
Who's guaranteeing that you won't immediately run to the cops with it?
And what would I get out of that? You're judging me completely wrongly. Anyway, anyone would see that it's completely staged. I don't want anything authentic. Rather something somewhat stylized. Like for a movie poster.
You want to make a poster out of it?
I'm thinking more of a life-sized cardboard figure for the hotel entrance. Well, if you wouldn't have anything against that.
Do what you want. Just make sure you change your statement at the police station.
Understood.
But you know I had nothing to do with the fire, don't you?
Yes, well, according to the papers...
Yeah, the British tabloid press is world-renowned for its believability.
Well, of course, they don't always have the whole truth in there, but the headlines do help me to keep the hotel going.
In this case, at my expense. The woods around Willow Creek are pretty gloomy.
The woods are quite exceptional, I'll have you know. Full of ghosts and demons, if you like to believe the local folklore. The perfect backdrop for all of the grisly murders that have happened here and are, regrettably, yet to come.
You can hardly wait, right?
I've lived here long enough to know that patience is a virtue.
Why don't you go out and kill a few people yourself if you're so hot on it all?
I'm a businessman, not a murderer. A small but absolutely fine distinction.
Why is that a small distinction?
Back to work.
I mean, like, you're definitely scummy and I hate you.
With a contorted
But,
image of
like,
my father's
what?
face on it. I'm not sure Murray's actually allowed to sell crap like this. Whatever. I'll sue him for that later. First of all, let's see what's inside.
Oh, fun. Okay. Oh, wait.
I wouldn't know why I'd want to start a conversation.
I mean, that's fair. Okay. Let's go to the
There are a
path.
few steps leading down behind the hotel. To the river, I reckon. There are a
Okay.
few steps.
Can I go
There are a few steps.
to it? Why can't I go there?
There are a few steps.
Is it just this path? Oh, it's not.
There's barbed wire attached to the wooden gate. Someone's got something against unwanted visitors. A locked gate made the barbed wire and the sign. That's actually a no parking sign. But I guess in this context it means stay out.
Oh, but there's a road there.
Wow, these are real thick wires.
Oh, I'm here.
The spiral staircase is completely decayed. An old, abandoned lighthouse. There's no evidence of the crime to be seen. Next spring, lovers will be back here, and out at the sea, arm in arm.
This is where they would go? To this? I mean, like, I
An English
don't mind
bride.
some spooky stuff, but like, this is not where I'd want to hang out on a date. No.
The shed has also been destroyed. Now it's even uninhabitable for Ralph.
Oh, but where's
Silent
Ralph?
Witness to the destruction. The stairs originally led to the first floor. Half of a huge archway. A huge pile of rubble. I can consider myself lucky that I got out of there in one piece. A huge pile. I can consider. Whoever drives here with a car is either quite brave or quite stupid.
Wait, is this bird just like hanging out? May I draw the bird? Oh! I'm sorry, bird.
North Sea. This is where England stops. Fine.
I didn't mean to anger the bird.
Aimlessly wander through the woods.
Road,
I
path.
have no idea where that path leads.
Okay. Well, I mean, you walked on the other path.
A busted signpost.
Unmade road.
Dead
Castle.
branches on it. First it was on the tree, and now it's on the ground. That, well, village is... I don't want to walk there, though. Well, I have no reason to.
Okay, so am I going to the castle?
Spectacular backdrop, huh? But as I'm already here, I ought to look in on Lady Victoria and ask how she's doing.
Is she gonna want to see you?
A huge lump of stone. It's apparently a survivor of the Bronze. The gate is locked shut. The castle looks really threatening from here. One of 3 nymphs that got... Old Bates used to use the nymphs as a mnemonic device. In Greek mythology, nymphs often accompany superior divinities. They were seen as the... Well, that's my note. Looks like a few... Is it just me, or has nature taken its course?
Yeah,
at
this is
amazing
like
rate?
a lot of growth for 3 weeks.
The castle looks really...
Oh, can I like...
I can't be bothered with that now.
Okay, well, fine.
Oh, you've got a new doorbell.
Who's there?
My name's Adrian Gordon. I'd like to see Lady Victoria, please. Hello?
Yes! Someone has some explaining to do.
Come in, Mr. Wood. Lady Victoria has just woken up.
Yes, of course.
Please excuse the chaos. The builders are working on the renovations.
You're looking after Lady Victoria?
Are you finally gonna fix this place up?
Great-grandmother.
I take care of all of your great-grandmother's needs.
Thank you, Miss...
Angelina. Sister Angelina.
Thank you, Sister Angelina.
Can you get rid of the skulls? Oh, what the heck?
Do you think that being in the middle of a construction site is the right place for such an old lady?
No.
Lady Victoria was.
You know the
most
stuff you can breathe in
insistent
from
she
that?
be moved back into the castle. She said that she'd been born here and that she wanted to die here. And the walls here are rather thick. She doesn't hear that much.
Okay, she's at least far away. That's fine. Unlike the time that a place where I was working decided to do construction in the offices where we were working.
She's not speaking.
Jesus, we were all like wearing masks and everything, and it didn't matter. We would like get headaches and cough, and owner didn't care.
God, looks like a death chamber. in here.
Sucked.
I can feel a chill right to my heart. I can only hope Victoria gets better soon.
Poor Victoria.
Victoria, my great-grandmother, and the only member of my family I've got left.
Did Eleanor die?
A huge oak bed. William died more than 12 years ago. A shelf with books, souvenirs, and caskets on it. Reminds me of Lady Eleanor's castle, and when Tom was holding me prisoner there 3 weeks ago, it was already half sunk in the marsh. If you look out there, you might think it's deepest winter. A picture? Is that supposed to be Victoria in her younger years? Is that supposed to be hairbrushes, makeup, a small casket. A small casket. Huh. There's some pretty big. It's signed W.
Ah.
A plush stool. There are lots of cupboards. A room screen. A bit of a date. These machines were there too. See?
Hey.
Hello, Victoria. It's me, Adrian.
Also, you don't have a nurse in here supervising. Like, you don't really know him. You don't know if you could trust him alone with her.
Are you being well looked after? Victoria, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why would you ask?
Victoria, I need your help. Really. The police don't believe me. How can I make them understand that I'm Adrian Gordon when the name Darren Michaels is printed in my passport? Victoria, you're the only one who can help me. Please. I'm sorry about what happened to Bates, Eleanor, and Sally. It must be awful for you.
Adrian?
Oh,
tell
God.
me the truth. Was it you? Did you start the fire?
No.
Victoria, it wasn't me. It was Lewis. He did what Angelina told him to do. She was behind all the murders. It was her who also lured me here because she needed me for, you know, the curse which only affects the male Gordons. She wanted to achieve what Samuel was trying to prevent. She was possessed by it. She lied to me, to all of us.
What's all that, Adrian? You sound like a coward. It wasn't me. It was Angelina. Why should I believe you? Why have you come here at all? Things were going well for you in America. If you'd only just stayed there, Bates would still be alive. Eleanor,
Oh, Eleanor did die. Okay.
Miss Valley, you're too weak.
Wait, who was
You
Catherine?
can't
Oh, my mom.
Mildred. His ghost rides you like a child rides a rocking horse. Since you've turned up, there's been nothing but calamity. Just disappear again, Adrian.
Wow.
Do me a favor and go back to where you came from before the other half
That's
of the
fine.
castle goes up in flames.
No. That's too far.
What have you done to her?
Nothing at all. I've been talking with her, that's all.
You'd better go now. Your great-grandmother needs peace and quiet.
Right? That's why you don't leave me alone
I'm
with,
sorry.
like, no, I'm sorry.
Just go, please.
I've never been a nurse or anything, but, like, that seems unrealistic. I mean, I have been in ERs before, like, volunteered in ERs, and all those nurses sucked and were super lazy. But generally speaking...
The only remaining member of my family, too. Real good job, Darren. If I wasn't already doing it, I'd be signing up for therapy right away. An empty letterbox.
Okay, do I take the stupid photo now?
Oh well, here goes nothing.
Seems like a really bad idea.
In front of the castle. That'll have to do.
Cass. There we go. Oh, I'm over here. Oh, I do walk, walk, walk. Oh, that gives a better description of the distances between things. Actually, wait, can I access this stupid path yet?
There are a few steps leading down behind.
No? Okay. Alright,
Hi, Murray.
jerk.
Oh, the esteemed Miss...
So there, you've got your stupid photo. Happy?
Oh, I can hardly recognize a thing.
Me in front of the castle as agreed? Okay, off to the cops, Murray.
I'm sure you know how important my exonerating statement in the Valley murder case is.
Murray,
Okay, I'll take it.
first go to the police station.
All right, then I'll go today. I'm an honorable businessman.
And I'm a possessed madman.
I suggest taking a rest in your room first, and then when you wake up, everything will have been sorted with the police.
I really could use some sleep. I wouldn't know why I'd want to start a comp.
I don't know why I would trust that. Oh, hi.
The floor plan of the hotel.
Itch. Okay.
The floor lifted clean off its hinges. Back there's just a little sitting area.
Yeah, with like people.
The room looks almost exactly the same as the other one I had 3 weeks ago. I bet Murray got a discount on the interior decoration. While I'm here,
Well, I mean,
may as well put away the
hotel
crap
rooms
I
are
don't
typically
carry around
not
with me.
different from one another.
Huh. Someone should...
How would they know what room?
I can help you prove your innocence because I believe in your innocence. But I have to be able to trust you too. We can't meet yet, which is why I'm just gonna send you clues. If you want to take up my offer, then you'll find the first lead at your father's grave.
Okay.
Huh. That's a bit confusing. Who's this message from? Murray?
Why would you think it would be Murray?
Proving my innocence. And anyway, he would just tell me himself. But who else knows I'm living here in the hotel? I need to follow this up carefully. And I ought to find out where the graveyard is around here. The only thing I brought with me from Boston is a jacket. And I keep that on, day and night. Murray's office is right behind this wall. Views of
Am I
Willow
gonna
Creek.
break this
It's
wall?
better than portraits of my bloodthirsty relatives. An antiquated thing for antiquated backsides.
I would sit in that chair.
There's only atmospheric noise. Murray's office.
I'm definitely gonna end up breaking down that wall, aren't I?
Hi, Hi, Murray.
Oh, the
Murray, do you know where the local graveyard is?
a graveyard? Didn't you want to take a rest?
I'm not up for resting anymore.
I'm sure you can't mean the graveyard behind the hotel. It's being redone right now.
It's being what?
I've had it removed for the time being so I can relocate it in a sensational new setting. It means I can charge more for some of the rooms with views over the Gordon graveyard.
You've had the Gordon family graves leveled?
To be quite honest, there was only Lothar Gordon's grave there, the founder of the original sanatorium. The family crypt is in the churchyard at Wormhill.
Ah, right. In Warm Hill, then. Is this note here from you?
Pardon? No, I speak to my guests personally when I've got something for them.
Was there anyone here asking for me earlier?
No, you're simply not well known enough. But that'll soon change, believe me.
See you, Murray.
Back to work.
How does one get? Okay, so Wormhill is here. So is that...
I've no idea where that...
Oh, this is cute.
really overgrown back there. And... according to the map, this...
I like this.
Why should I go into...
Because sometimes exploring is fun. Ah, I missed this in the second game.
Understand. Wonder if it was a hearse driver with parking problems. Ancient headstones. Warm Hill Church. There might be bells behind.
Bye, bird.
A
I don't know why that's a thing.
That's a lightning rod. This is where Miss Valley is buried. Murdered by my cursed sister. It's quite a recent grave. Locked. Let's go.
Hello.
Pews. There are some phrases from the Bible. Behold the
I've been in a lot of churches because I love churches. Churches are super, super pretty to me. I've never seen one this
Really are
dark.
impressive buildings. America, a huge stained glass window. Who's that? Doesn't.
Don't interrupt them. I say after I clicked to investigate.
Hey, you there. Good morning.
What the? Oh, I'm sorry, lad. I must have nodded off.
In the confession box?
The bench has a cushion on it, at least.
You're not
That's
the
fair.
priest, are you?
God forbid. I'm Mark, the grave digger.
Do you know Wormhill well?
Of course, but it's just a few houses on the back of the woods. There's more life in here, I tell you. Are you looking for something in particular?
No, I'm just trying to get an idea of the place.
I mean, yes, but
Looking around this graveyard will give you a better idea of the place. And should you want to reserve yourself a spot here, then let me know. I recommend the southern slope. That's the best location.
Thanks for the tip, but I'm in no hurry to die just yet.
It's in a hurry to come and get you.
I like you. So far.
What is it you actually do all day?
Answer stupid questions.
I mean, digging graves can't be all you do.
Yeah, you're right, lad. I don't just dig. I repair things too, keep the church in order, guard the graves. And if you think that the weeds grow on their own around here, then think again. It ain't weeds and it don't grow on its own. But who's interested anyway?
What did you mean by that? You guard the graves.
Well, because of the clientele. So they don't get dug up by dogs and the like.
Which dogs?
Well, strays from around here. For them, a graveyard is like
An underground hot dog stand?
Yeah, exactly. With the bloody tough sausages.
You must have a lot to do around here, being the gravedigger.
Oh, that's right. My job here is quite secure.
Can you tell me anything about the church?
What do you mean then, lad? Who built it? It certainly wasn't me, even if I might look that old. Must have been around the time Marcus Gordon was alive. Have you seen the dark part of the tower up there?
Yes.
He ran out of stone, and they say he took stones from his castle walls to finish it off. Demolished his own castle to finish the church.
A model Christian.
Perhaps his time was running out. Got himself buried in there in the end.
A crypt that's 100 feet tall with an altar and a bell tower, all for him alone. What a modest man.
All those tops are. No, he treated himself to an extra crypt underneath the nave. But it caved in 12 years ago. Nobody can get in there anymore.
It's quite a woody area.
That's also supposed to be the reason it's such a bloody area.
The evil of the woods? People around here read too many horror stories.
Or have experienced it themselves. Have you been in the woods here at night?
No.
They say there's plenty to see. Murderous lords of the castle. The undead. Mordred's voracious hellhounds. There are many stories about it. Probably as many stories as there are people here.
The woods around Willow Creek strike me as being particularly creepy.
Yes, and the number of wild boars in there is uncanny. I've known them to trample down my fences to get at the clientele. But I've got some crafty traps set up. I'm looking forward to having a roast. The priest gave his permission.
There's a fresh grave in front of the church.
That'll be Sally's, the young cook from the castle. The poor thing was burned to death, just like old Bates. The fire didn't really make any difference. But Bates isn't here. Lady Victoria insisted on burying him in the Golden Crypt, like a member of the family.
Good.
Just like Lady Eleanor, I assume.
Yes, there's still plenty of space in the crypt. Lots of the Gordons haven't been buried there.
Why not?
Well, there are just too many murders and suicides. They're frowned upon in Catholic graveyards, particularly the ones who commit suicide.
Why? What happens to them?
Well, they're buried anonymously, without any religious ceremony, without the ringing of the bells, without any prayers, without a priest, nothing. They're all buried before sunrise, over by the north wall.
Isn't that what they used to do hundreds of years ago?
Perhaps where you come from. But we're in Warmill, the manor of Black Mirror Castle. Things are all a bit different around here, my lad.
You don't happen to know, being the gravedigger and all, where Samuel Gordon's grave is? He must have been buried in 1981.
That's a tough one, lad. So many people died here 12 years ago, good and evil alike, in the strangest of circumstances. I really can't remember.
Well, he's kind of a suicide, so shouldn't it be by the north wall?
Priest. Perhaps he can remember.
Where would I find the priest then?
Today? Well, you won't find him at all. He left around midday. Some conference or other. Supposed to be back by noon tomorrow.
I'd better be going.
Keep your eyes peeled, lad.
Okay. Good night, sir. Take a good nap.
There's some phrase behold, for to me to live is for many a call.
Oh, that's gonna come into play, isn't it? Let's go do some more investigating. Oh,
Is it that late already?
what? Why is it night now? This is ominous. Shout out and thank you to all my Patreon supporters. Thank you! If you'd like to support the show, check out my Patreon page and my Redbubble store. Links are included in the description down below. That's right, I got swag. Swag as in merch, not swag as in swagger. I'm still a nerd. Thanks for tuning in. Bye!